In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 signs that you might be an empath. Well, the first sign is that you get overwhelmed in the crowd. It might seem like you have a social anxiety. And that's because whenever you're interacting with people or whenever you're around other people, you can pick up their energies, feel their emotions in your own body. It's like you're literally experiencing their thoughts and their emotions, and it's not like surface level of understanding. And when they're spending too much time with people, they feel mentally, emotionally, and physically exhausted. Which brings us to the second sign, their desire to be alone, to recharge their energy. Empaths need some alone time, they need some distance to get their mind more harmonious and get their energy more harmonious and become more clear. They need alone time because when they spend too much time with other people, their energetic field becomes so chaotic because they have all these different sort of energies, different sorts of emotions that get stuck in their energetic field. So they need alone time to clear their aura. The next sign is that they're highly compassionate. The other day I was hanging out with one of my friends and he really didn't talk about what he was going through, but I knew that he had some issues with his family and he was going through some shit that brought up his traumas and everything, but he really didn't wanted to talk about it with me. But we were just chatting about like, okay, whatever is going on in our lives, and I could literally feel how he's feeling. I could literally feel his emotions, and I wanted to cry. Literally, I wanted to cry. I was like, oh my god, any minute now I'm gonna burst into tears and it's going to be so awkward. He really didn't talk about how he's feeling or what he was going through, but I could feel his emotions. By just looking into his eyes, I wanted to burst into tears. I didn't know why, but I could feel his emotions. And if you're like that, if you're highly compassionate, this is a clear sign that you're an empath. The next one is that you feel physical pain when you are interacting with people with lower vibrations. And this is a way that your body is just signaling you that you need to just step back. You're absorbing too much of this negative energy, especially in your neck and in your shoulders, because that's where your throat chakra is, the chakra that is all about the energy of expression and connection. And it happens all the time for me. Sometimes I'm hanging out with these people who are really fun, but I know that they have this dense energy. I know they have this lower vibrations, emotions. They're not expressing them, but I know they have that. And it is really crazy because the moment I start talking to them, I feel this crazy pain in my neck and in my shoulder. I know that, okay, this is a really clear sign for me to just get distance and not to get too much close to these people. And then empaths have the hardest time to say no, because when they say no, they feel what the other person is feeling and they feel other people's emotions in their body when they say no, and it's just so uncomfortable and awkward and they hate to say no. They would do anything and everything for everyone but avoid saying no. And I was that way. I had the hardest time saying no to people, but this is something that you can only overcome by practicing it. Just saying no more and more, no matter how uncomfortable you feel. The next sign is that they have a hard time setting boundaries. It is not the easiest thing for them to express how they feel about a certain situation. And it caused them many times to ignore their own feelings. I was like that. I used to think that every time that I don't know, express how I think and how I feel about a certain situation would be the worst thing and make everything so uncomfortable, and I would just hurt other people if I say how I feel. I should always just agree with everyone, but this is something that I had to learn because it really, really hurt me so much in many ways. But this is the most important thing that you gotta be careful of, and try to cultivate that within you, to set boundaries, express yourself more, and it can help you a lot with owning your voice. And it is obvious that they cannot set energetic boundaries. They have this expanded consciousness, they have this expanded energetic field, and they don't differentiate their energy versus other people's energies. And they have this pattern in their life that they don't set boundaries, not energetically, not physically, not emotionally or mentally or whatever. Sometimes I hang out with a friend, they don't really talk about what's going on, they don't really talk about their emotions, but I can feel what they're going through. And then we have the seventh sign, which is their most significant characteristics, that they feel other people's emotions inside their body. It's not like surface level understanding, they literally feel other people's emotions, even if they don't really talk about them with the empaths. And the next sign, which causes so much trouble for empaths, is that they attract narcissists, energy vampires, and people who somehow use them energetically and emotionally. Because empaths are givers, they want to give everyone, they want to just please everyone. They bend over backwards to just make everyone happy. And they mostly attract narcissists and energy vampires who wants to somehow manipulate them and use their kindness, use their energy, use their high vibration to uplift themselves. Empaths have a really heightened intuition. They are highly intuitive, and that's because of their deep and profound connection to the non-physical world, their connection to the spiritual world. Basically, empaths are high vibrational people who are sensitive to energies, who have this superpower that they can feel energy shifts, they can feel the energy of the environment, of people. And because of this sensitivity, they are highly intuitive. They can feel other people's bullshit. They know when somebody's lying. They know when somebody's not genuine. They know when somebody is not authentic. Ironically, even though they know when people are manipulating them, they don't really stop it. They don't really stop it because they want to help everyone with everything. They want to solve everybody's problems. But they are highly intuitive. They can see through people. They want to help everyone with everything, to a degree that they would abandon themselves to help other people. And this is something that empaths need to hear, that you are not responsible for healing other people. You're not responsible for everybody's happiness. It's really good that they are kind. It's really good that they want to be in service to others, but they need to set boundaries. They need to find that balance, and they need to know that it's not their responsibility to make everyone satisfied and make everyone happy. Thank you so much for being here today with me. Peace, much love, and namaste.